channel. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.
Happy Monday. How you doing, Craig?
Doing great. How are you doing, Billy?
You sound better.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Awesome. The power of antibiotics.
Yep. We have finally kicked its butt.
Good. For now, until it comes back.
For now, until it comes back. Yeah, like it did the last 3 months. Yeah.
Until you go to the next expo.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's, you can be sick of people and sick by people. And I think sometimes you get a little bit of both. I'm sick of people and by people. So
I have a new doctor, and
cool.
She says, we don't even count it as a fever until it's 104 Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I would say halfway to brain damage is a fever.
Yeah.
But she gave me no sympathy whatsoever.
Wow. So we'll do the same. Let me just see if everyone is on it. Mic and audio check. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Look at Paul already on it. Loud and clear. Billy, both of you. Look at this. Sean in the house. So sick.
Hey, Sean.
Look at you guys. So I don't even have to say it. You guys are already on the ball. Awesome. Number 1 today. Virgil says, hello, Billy and Craig. Happy Monday. What's up, Virgil's Exotics? My man, Canadian, says, hi, all. Hope everyone had an amazing day and weekend. How you doing, bro? Hope all is well. Lone Wolf makes the top 3. Happy Monday.
Nice.
Happy Monday. And then, of course, Mr. Caplocks himself. So close. But I'll take 4th. Happy Monday. And again, Billy, I'm really happy you're doing well. Thank you, man. I guess we'll talk about it a little bit, but I talked about it yesterday. A few people, close people, I mentioned it too earlier in the week, but I talked about it yesterday on the Patreon Q&A. So just to rewind back when I put up that post when I was in the hospital, and they said that I had gallstones and I had a gallstone attack. I just figured, okay, and then I went back, within I believe a week later, and talked to the surgeon, and they're like, hey, pros and cons of having it removed, and, you don't really need it, and you have these stones, and I think that we recommend you take it out. We have a booking here. And I'm like, well, I can't right now because I had the CRBE. I had the move from the house and moving, the RAF facility here and all the changes around here and the renovations. And then, of course, Europe. Well, I'm back. And sure enough, I was figuring I'm going to go and book that. And then maybe in January, February, book for my second hernia to get it all fixed. So, hey, 2025, I'm as new as I can be. And, so about a month after I was rushed to the hospital, and they said I could have some, gallstone attacks. So it's there. Don't know if it's going to be worse or mild, but, because it's there, it can happen at any time. You don't know. Hopefully it doesn't. And,
right.
I had to roll the dice just because of timing. I couldn't be laid down for a week with everything going on. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. And, about a month later, after that, I started getting another little attack, and I'm like, oh, like this sucks. And, I just sort of, blew it off and just dealt with it, because I knew if I went to the hospital, they're like, oh, this is what it is. And I was expecting, but as long as it wasn't as excruciating pain as the 10, I call it 10 because I've never had anything worse. So to me, that was a 10. Knocked me on the floor. I couldn't stand, it was painful. And if that's not a 10, I don't even want to see a 10 like that. Yeah. That would end me. Oof. But, and then, since I've moved, I'm not doing, my ex-girlfriend would be doing my laundry and stuff. And, for 10 years, it was the same, same laundry detergent, I believe. And, So I start taking my stuff to a wash and fold. So I'd be putting clothes on, and I started getting itchy once in a while and having a little bit of heartburn or that little, discomfort in my chest. And I just figured, you know what? I'm itchy probably because, I'm using new fabric softener or new detergent from this wash and fold. So I just would itch away a little bit and it would go away that happened a few times, and to the point where it's like, shit, now I got to go find a new wash and fold. This one's so close by and they're folded nice and they have a good timing. I drop it off a day or so later, it's done. And I'm like, man, now I got to go find another one. So it didn't get to that, but I was actually in my head going, I have to look because this itching it's I'm not getting used to it and it's annoying. And it goes, it's all over my body. Last Sunday, so not this one that, not yesterday, but, 8 days ago, 5:30, I start feeling itchy. I'm like, here we go. Fuck. So I'm starting to itch and it starts getting worse. And next thing you know, it's running down my leg and my feet get swollen and hot and I'm itching them. And, I'm looking, I'm like breaking out in hives. And then all of a sudden, here goes the chest pain and shit. To me, it went to about a 5. So half of the
right.
all the 10. So I'm like, whoa. So my daughter was here because Sundays and Mondays we do the rats. So I'm sitting here and I'm on the couch and she's, you okay, Dad? I'm like, yeah. She goes, okay, like, let me know if you need anything. And I'm like, just get me some water and some Advil. So I took some of that. And, about an hour or so, 2 hours go by and I'm itching. And I got itchy from like my chest all the way down to my feet. And I'm just like, wow, this sucks. And the pain is constant. And I'm, but I dealt with it because I just figured it's my gallbladder, it's the gallstone.
Right.
And
right.
They're going to say the same thing if I go to the hospital. So I just sucked it up and scratched, watched the football game, the Monday night football game, scratched and tried to stretch my back and get comfortable. And 4 or 5 hours, finally slept, woke up. Monday's a new day. Awesome. Tuesday, and I didn't say anything on last Monday because it's like, it's fucking stupid. You got to have your gallbladder out, blah, 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 blah. And that's what I thought it was. We did the live last week. Everything's great. Tuesday night, guess what happens? Oh, shit, here we go. Damn it. No one's here Tuesday night after 3 o'clock. It's just me. So about 4:35, 5:30, it was still light outside. And I'm like, here we go, shit. And it went to about a 5, 6. So just like Sunday, 2 nights earlier. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Next thing you know, my feet is like, holy fuck, they're on fire. So of course I'm itching them. Then I'm itching my legs and I'm like, oh my God, I'm breaking out in hives. And here you go. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And, it's like, don't itch. And I'm scratching here. And I got blood on my fingers but the hives were so big, it was almost like bubble wrap. I felt like a
holy crap.
Yeah, I felt like a reptile, man. I had all these little wow.
Oh my God.
So I'm itching, and next thing you know, I can't breathe through my nose, and I'm like, what the hell? So I grabbed some tissue, and I literally can't even blow my nose. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, my lips start tingling, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh man, this sucks. And the next thing you know, my throat.
Oh no.
I'm trying to fucking breathe. I can't swallow. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm sort of panicking. I'm walking around going, wow, trying to get some water. And I'm fucking panicking. So I'm like, oh my God. And the hives are here and I'm itching and I'm going crazy and the pain. And it started scaring me because I'm literally not being able to breathe. So there's a hospital 6-7 blocks away from here. Okay. Hop in the car, start driving. I can't breathe. I'm looking at my hands. They're like my skin's going reddish pink. I'm itching. I'm fucking going crazy. I'm running stoplights. I'm going through lights. I didn't even make it to the hospital because I really couldn't breathe. But on the way, about 2 blocks from here, 3 blocks, it's like a hospital, but it's not. It's called the Urgent Care or Urgent Patient Care Center.
Yeah.
So I drive in. I didn't even park. I drove right in the main lobby, like, just right in the front, right on the concrete. Hop out. I run inside trying to breathe. And, there's ladies behind the glass, the receptionist. And I'm like, I can't breathe. I like this. And, can I have your name? So I'm pulling out my ID. One of the nurses comes over and she's like, she looks, I lift up my shirt and she's like, holy shit. She runs and grabs an EpiPen. She goes, lay back. I'm going to give you this EpiPen. And, you're going to feel your heart like, almost race and this. And, so I got that. And then finally, within probably, 10 seconds, my airways started opening up. But it was scary because, and it's hard to explain because you breathe like it's like you wake up and breathe. You're breathing when you're sleeping. You're always breathing. Right. And when you can't, it's like,
yeah. Oh my God.
What do you do? What do you do when you're by yourself and you can't breathe? Like I didn't know. So I was freaking the hell out. And then the hives and this. So when they look, they're like, wow. And of course they're like, you got to stop scratching, and so they hooked me up as soon as they gave me the EpiPen. They ended up giving me Benadryl. They gave me, I can tell you what they gave me. They gave me a book too.
Nice.
So, they document everything. So the EpiPen is called epinephrine.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. EpiPen, epinephrine. Cool. So epinephrine, they gave that to me at 7:19. So I guess when I left here, it was 7 o'clock, but the time, even a little after. They gave me Benadryl at 7:22. They gave me Decadron at 7:24. And they gave me Toradol at 7:59.
Toradol's an anti-inflammatory. It's like a super ibuprofen.
Oh, cool. See, I don't know this. They're just, I don't do meds or I don't do doctors. Well, so they gave me that at 7:59. And then they gave me Omnipac. I don't know what that is at 9:21. Steroid. And then they gave me hydromorphine at 10:15. So that's what they ended up giving me. So in all this time, when I finally, my hives went down and stuff, they had me on a monitor, on an IV, giving me all this stuff. The pain, the hives, sort of the itching went away. The hives went away, which was great because that was like, right. Everywhere. And it's very annoying. Like if you got a little itch, it's great. But when it's everywhere at the same time, it's very frustrating. But being able to breathe again and knowing that I'm in the hospital, the pain was still a constant 5. And even when they gave me the morphine, I went down to maybe a 3. Like it was weird because the first time I had the 10, I had a lot of pain for hours. And then finally I just fell asleep. I woke up, it was gone. I've had like constant pain for like 4 or 5 hours. The 6 hours I'm in the hospital. And, when they gave me the hydromorphine, because I'm like, I'm still in pain. Like, it's still like, you shouldn't. I'm like, it's not as bad, but it's painful. It's like, it feels like someone's stepping on my chest and stabbing me in the back.
Yeah, that's never good.
So, and then I remember going back. So they end up giving me to an ultrasound. And they come back. It's like, yes, sir, you do have some, gallstones. Because I told them once I could talk about, 3 months ago I went in. This is probably just my gallbladder, and I know I got to get it removed. And I didn't. I saw a surgeon. I didn't because of my time schedule, but now I'm going to have to get it done. And they're like, well, we're looking, and we see the stones, but that's there's nothing wrong. Your gallbladder isn't causing that. And they're like, the symptoms that you're going through have nothing to do with gallbladder. It's not lower abdomen and this. And I said, well, that's what I said to the other doctors when I was a few months ago. They were like, well, everything you're describing. I was like, listen, the pain's fucking here. It's not lower abdomen. It's not here. I'm not vomiting. I'm not doing all this other shit. It's here. It's stabbing in the back, constant pressure and pain. And then I'm itchy. And they're like, well, that doesn't make sense. You might have something underlaying. Okay. Well, it turns out that, they weren't happy with the ultrasound. So like, we're going to put you through a CT scan machine. So I've never been through a CT scan machine. Pretty crazy thing.
That's what an experience. They're loud. They're freaking loud.
it's like you're going into this hole. It's just really crazy. So, 54 years, I experienced the CT scan. Yay. And I'm glad I did, because it turns out I wasn't having, even back then, a gallstone attack. I have something called diverticulitis. So, they got my blood work, they've got this, they've got my oxygen, everything's great, but they did say that this diverticulitis. So, I do have an abdomen pelvis enhanced. They looked and it says, I have no free air in the abdomen when that happened. The gallbladder is distended, but otherwise unremarkable. Liver's unremarkable, other than some focal fatty inflammation near this falciform ligament. I don't know what the falciform. But anyways, spleen is unremarkable. Adrenal glands are unremarkable. My pancreas is unremarkable. Kidneys are unremarkable.
I've always said that about you, that your kidneys were unremarkable.
Unremarkable, yeah. And then they said that my kidneys are unremarkable, other than a tiny angiomyolipoma, myolipoma, that measures less than 1 centimeter in the upper pole of the right kidney. So my prostate gland is enlarged. Yeah. Woohoo, enlarged prostate, baby. Woo! My right lung, there's a pulmonary nodule seen. Okay, 6.6 millimeters. Correlations to patient's clinical history and risk factors suggested. Follow up in my chest in a few months.
Not ready for pairing yet. If you're only at 6 millimeters, you're not ready for pairing yet.
6.6 mil, not yet. I got to wait till 11.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they want me to come back and do a follow-up CT of my chest again in a few months. But I do have EpiPens now. They were prescribed 2. I carry one with me, and this one's here at the facility. I have one with me. And they showed me how to use it, because I've never been allergic to anything. I've been stung by bees, and I've been in and out of anything and everything. So don't know why this is happening, and they want to do further tests. They gave me some meds so that, I can get this diverticulitis. But they said it's mild. But it's
that
weird.
Shit almost killed me once.
It's really weird, because I was in Europe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I only went because I could deal with the pain. The problem is the pain that I had the very first time had nothing to do with my gallstones.
Right.
And if I didn't leave here, or if that urgent care facility closed at 9, if I showed up, or this happened 2 hours later, I don't even know if I would have made it to the hospital. I could have been dead, not being able to breathe. And it was crazy, because I'm trying to drive down to the hospital, and I'm like it's such a scary feeling, not being able to breathe. And I didn't know what to do, because it's not like, oh shit, I burnt myself. Okay, run under cold water, go get some aloe. There's something that what to do. Or I cut myself. Oh, get some pressure on it. Get a Band-Aid or a towel. You get a headache, or I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna throw up. You throw up, and you lay down, and you get some water in your system. What do you do when you can't breathe? I didn't know, and I was fucking freaking out. And I'm glad that they were open and it happened at the time. And at least now I know that and I could have had my gallbladder removed. And guess what? I still would have gone through this. I would have, I'm fine now. But at least now, and Wednesday and Thursday, it was very scary. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to eat. I was eating soups only, because it was crazy. But, that was my first 3-4 days of this week. At least now I know what's going on, and I'm taking antibiotics. I've got to go back and see them again, see what's going on in a couple months with another CT scan with this thing in my chest, in my lung. But other than that, everything's fine. My blood works good. My oxygen levels, my blood levels, they but wow, what a freaky Saturday, a Sunday and Monday and Tuesday.
That is crazy.
It is. But like, knowing how I felt and being like, I think my biggest fear now would be drowning, not being able to breathe.
Right.
Like,
right.
Wow. And it's horrible, man, because you're helpless. You have no idea. You can't do nothing. And to me, it was just like, it was crazy. Like, I was so mentally fucked up because of it, because it's like, what do I do? It's like, I can't just sit there and call an ambulance. Hi, 911. By the time they get here, I'd probably be dead, but hopping in the car, driving, like, I don't think I would have been able to make it to the hospital another 4 blocks if I didn't pull in and they weren't open. So
you weren't messing with your tarantulas or anything like that, huh?
I know. I've got rid of the tarantulas about a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because they're like, are you allergic? Did you eat anything? I'm like, listen, I'm a creature of habit. And you know what's funny? I went and I'm like, listen, Saturday we had pizza. You know what I had Sunday when I had, before I had the attack?
What?
Leftover pizza.
Right.
Monday, before the live stream, I made spaghetti and meatballs. Guess what I had Tuesday? Leftover spaghetti. And so both times I had that attack, I had food the same thing the day before. And I've had the same food and the same pizza multiple times over the last year. So I'm like, listen, it always comes when this pain comes. So I don't know if it's something inside that's leaking that's giving me this, but it's not something I'm taking externally or I don't know. And they can't figure it out, but I got to carry EpiPens now, but that's how crazy it is. So
nuts. Well, I'm glad you've got the block for it next time it happens. Hope it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, it's so scary when you don't know what to do. You don't have an answer. Like, oh, I gotta run here. No. When you stop breathing, like,
this is when we start wanting self-driving cars.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Take me to the
ER
hospital. Yeah.
But yeah. And like I said, I made a panic and I'm driving and I'm like, you know what? I know this isn't a hospital, but I know it's a hospital. It's like an old age home or whatever, urgent health care center. I drove there and thank God it was, just after 7. And they were still open. So crazy, but I'm glad I got that EpiPen because it opened up my airways and yeah. And then the Benadryl and all the other stuff they gave me. But having this CT scan, and I gave the same sort of symptoms that I had and they're like, no, it doesn't really sound like it, but it's definitely your gallbladder. Get it removed. Like, fuck. Glad I didn't get it removed because I still would have had to deal with what I've done. At least now I know what's going on. Right. But anyways, crazy. So.
Andrew says, are we sure it wasn't just long-term withdrawals from Monster?
And maybe drinking all that Monster for fucking years and years. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't know what caused. And I haven't really had time because I've been catching up and I don't really want to dwell on it.
Right.
I looked at it and I don't know what causes it. There's 1,000 different things that can be the cause of it. So I don't know, but I'm just glad that it's over and I know what's going on. And if that shit happens again, I'm going to EpiPen me. And they say, even when you EpiPen yourself, drive to the hospital right away. I'm like, oh, this doesn't solve it. They're like, no, you might need a few more. I'm like, wow. So, but at least it, and I hope I never have to go through that again. And now it's like, if I feel like I'm getting itchy, I start panicking like, oh shit, here we go. Like I'm on edge a little because it was a hell of a fucking experience. Let me tell you. So being so
close call, Billy, close call.
Yeah. But I felt so useless and didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do? Like you're looking around for like, he had no answer. So let me get the fuck to the hospital, but craziness. Sorry, guys. There's a little bit of like 20 minutes of fucking whatever, but
that's all right.
Just
glad you're better.
Thank you. And I'm just, I hope when I do further testing that things get better. What's up, Dwight? Boza. Jason, what's going on? 217. Luckies. Casey, what's going on? Congratulations. They are having a child.
Awesome.
Congratulations. And speaking of having a child, Bjorn, they had a child last week.
Congratulations.
So, awesome. Jason, what's going on? Carter's Coils, Nick, Mission, Constricting. What's up? Another fellow Canadian. Mission Morphs. Area 51. Sophia will be in the house. Oh, I was going to say, why didn't you, hey, babe. Hey, Craig. Jesus. What's up, Nick? How you doing? My man, Andrew Massey, another fellow Canadian. My man, Sammy. Look at you. Hey. Repping Sammy.
I got the Daytona edition.
I'm repping my fellow Canadian, too.
Awesome.
House of Gaia. Yeah, Sal, my man, Sal. Sal and Amy. So, yeah, let's see. Mark's in the house. Let me try to catch up because I've been yapping. I'm only going through 702 and it's 727. What else? Where are we? I'm just trying to scroll through some stuff. Gigi's in the house.
Nice.
Yep, I saw that. I just haven't responded or did anything, but I've got you. Thank you so much. It was from one of the Q&A questions yesterday, and I got some homework to do. Yeah, being sick does suck. You can talk to this guy about it. Whew. He's been sick off and on, like it's cool to do.
I'm a total wuss when I'm sick too, man. It's like I'll get a fever and I'm just like, oh my God, I feel terrible, and go to bed, and I can't play hurt. I try.
Nick's currently recovering from the cold flu or whatever it is. That sucks. Get better. Thank you, Ryan. The Leafs did win yesterday, 3-2. They're like 7 out of their last 8 games. They're doing well.
It's like a basketball score in hockey.
Join Reptiles in the house. What's going on? Balls and Golans. What's up? I'm going to try to speed through some of this to catch up. Any questions or topics, put in the chat. We'll get to them. Watts in the house. Let's see. Clint says, I'm glad. Yeah, so am I. Because, I don't know, but going in another 10 minutes, another 4 blocks or 4 major blocks in 10 minutes, I don't know. But I would say from the time I'm like, grab my bag, jumped in the car, I probably drove 4 minutes before I decided to say, hey, I got to go to this emergent. I took a chance, because if that thing was closed, or they didn't, but it's a hospital, or it's a care center. So if somebody coming in and they're almost dying, oh, sorry, we're not taking any new patients. Right. So, that wouldn't have been cool, so, well, I'm dying, sorry, I parked illegally. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm so glad I decided to make that. It was a last second call, and I'm glad I did it, because I don't know.
Yeah. So at some point you had to park your car, right?
Oh, right. So after they gave me the EpiPen and they logged me in and they gave me all that stuff, I went out and they were able to. I was able to park the car, and it was weird. I had to pay. So I don't know. I guess they, most of the thing. So you had to pay. So I'm like, fuck. So my bag was, of course, inside. So I had to go fucking back to get it's just nuts.
Yeah.
But, having
You've got a Genesis. Don't those things park themselves?
Actually, I'm sure they could, but I didn't. But yeah, it's crazy how that EpiPen, the difference, you know?
Yeah.
So EpiPen, Benadryl, this, that, but craziness. Like I said, I'm glad I decided to make that little detour because I don't know if I could have went an extra 10 minutes. You know, when everything's
Sure.
closing up and I'm paranoid too. And when you're freaking out, it doesn't, you know, like time's flying, you don't realize what's going, you're like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I just made a decision and thank God I made it, but it's scary. It's fucking scary. What's up, Eric? How are you? Rodent restaurant. Yeah, it does sound, and that's what they're wondering, but it happens every time I get this pain in my chest. So whenever the diverticulitis?
Yeah.
Okay, diverticulitis, whenever it pops in, it comes into effect, I get the hives. So it's got to be somehow related. It's not like I get itchy, and that's the thing. When I was getting itchy before, I got a little bit of like maybe like a 1 or a half, like, you know, it's like, oh, here we go. Maybe, you know, I'm itchy. But I always thought it was just, you know, why am I itchy? Oh, maybe it's because I got this new, you know, my clothes being washed at a different place. And, you know, but maybe that was a small attack. Because like I said, I'm still wearing the same clothes, every shirt that I put on and all the pants. And I'm not getting, I've just been itchy a few times. And I just said, why would I be itchy all over weird without any pain? Probably because, and I just thought it was, hey, you know what?
I think it's environmental or something.
You know,
like
it's probably because my skin's not used to the new washing procedure. And that's what I thought it was, but I was having probably a mild attack. You know, and then when I did have the attack, you know, a few times, and then also on the Sunday, you know, last week, I just figured, oh, it's my gallstones, you know, they say it's coming back. You know, and I didn't do anything because I figured, why go? Because I know what it is. But when I couldn't breathe, I had to go because it wasn't because of the pain. It was because I couldn't breathe. And it's nuts.
You know, Billy, you've been working so hard lately. I think you're allergic to success. That's what it is.
I want more of it. So I guess I'm going to have to keep going and dealing with all the shit.
Keep that pen around.
But no, I mean, it's definitely something that it did scare the hell out of me, you know, and even 2 days, like just the, you know, what should I eat? Like it really fucks with you, like, you know, because I never want to be like that again. And it's almost like, you know, what happens if no one's around and that happened? Well, at least I have an EpiPen. But, you know, I'm just so glad it happened when it did, because what happens if that happened Sunday night? And, you know, I was laying here watching the football game and I'm scratching. It's like, now it got worse. And then my daughter left, or it could have been a lot worse. So it just worked out the best. Solar Xanos, what's going on? CT scan. Now Billy's radioactive, man. Oh, here we go. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Oh, thanks, man. So Donna, she also has diverticulitis. It has changed lifestyle and diets. So that, I guess that's one thing I'm going to have to do. I know reading up, you know, it said stay, you know, especially for the first little bit. I'm nervous. So I was having soup. It says stay away from like a lot of red meat. So I'm not having any steak or anything like that. I did have a burger the other day. You know, of course, I always push the limits. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look and see what to do, because I definitely want this to go away. And, you know, I was reading that it could get worse and you could actually have to have surgery on it.
Yeah, I've had the surgery.
So
I have a semicolon.
Yeah,
now.
reading the notes, they said that you know, it's very early stages. So, you know, we'll see where that goes, but further testing and another CT scan in a couple of months, and we'll go from there. So, what's going on, Billy? Where do you get your ASFs? I breed them myself. So, and I hope everything's okay. Thank you so much. It is so far, and I'm, you know, with the doctor's orders, they didn't really tell me, don't eat this, don't do that. They were really vague. They just said, take this meds, have the EpiPen. We'll be in contact sooner than later. And they gave me this nice little thing to read. It's just all my blood work and oxygen levels and all the other stuff. But it doesn't it doesn't say has my blood pressure, my oxygen saturation is 100%. My pulse, respiration, my temperature was fine. So, they didn't really say anything about what to eat, what to avoid. They just said, go to the pharmacy. They'll tell you how to use the EpiPen and take that. But ASFs, I breed myself. And, another thing, a good topic is, breeding rodents. If you are going to do this, I really suggest learning or setting yourself up to breed your own rodents.
For sure.
The quality that you provide for yourself and you give to these animals to feed your animals is I'm not going to knock rat breeders because there's amazing rat breeders out there. But when you are doing this to feed your own collection, you put a lot more of time and effort and care into animals that you're raising up to feed your animals than you raising animals to sell to someone else to feed theirs, but there are amazing rat breeders, but it's just, I wish I did it. I've been doing it for a year and a half now. I wish I did it many, many, many years, not only for the savings, but I noticed the quality of the rodents, and it's awesome to, get that escape from the breeding and everything else to work and breed something else. It's just, something different. And it was learning for me also. And I'm still learning a little bit more about, rat production and breeding and everything else. And it's just awesome. But I definitely recommend.
Savings are huge, by the way. The savings are huge. If you're not raising your own rodents, look into the savings. It's a big deal. And it even justifies some of the more expensive rodent racks.
So, Billy, next time I ask someone else to drive, no one was here. And that's another reason why I was so fucking freaked out. If it was Sunday, I could have had my daughter drive me because she was still here, right? Or even Monday night, like she's still here. She's in the back, still finishing up the rodents because we do rodents Sunday and Monday. So Tuesday night after 3:00, 3:30, nobody's here except me. So crazy. And I walking around trying to figure stuff out, trying to blow my nose, and just kept getting worse and worse. And I was losing oxygen where I couldn't breathe. I couldn't swallow. So I'm like, fuck, this is crazy. And I decided just to do it myself. I had no other choice. Or you were alone. Yes, I was alone. So what's up, Luke?
Hey, Luke.
The man drinks snake water and has an allergic reaction to something like this. Yeah. I like, and the story behind that, we were doing a Patreon live, and I was talking about how we do our water bowls, and some people are like, no, we put water in and I throw them out every week. Well, I just clean them, just give them a wipe and add more water. And it's like I don't know. I think it might have even been Chad, EAD Chad, Mr. Richie's Recessives. He's like, oh, man, are you sure that water's clean? And I'm like, fuck yeah, here. I just opened up a tub and, here you go. And they're like, oh, my God, you fucking drank it? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like,
because snakes never pee or poop in water.
Well, I mean, if I saw pee or poo in the water, I'm not going to drink it. But if it's like water that looks water, and then they're like, no, you didn't do that. I'm like, yeah, watch. And I went. And I grabbed another one and I showed the level and I'm like, there you go. I said, if my animals can drink it, I can drink it too. I try to keep everything so, healthy and clean and sanitized as best possible here. And I can drink a little bit of snake water. It's all good. Don't recommend it for anyone else at home. But I feel confident doing it. What's up, Genomic? Let's see. H&H, did you tell them you work with rodents?
Right.
No, But I mean, like, here's the thing. Yesterday and today, I've been working with rodents and cleaning rodents for the last 4 hours, 5 hours. You know, I don't have pain here. I don't have reactions. As soon as I get a little bit of pain, I get allergic reactions. So it has to be something. And like I said, today, I fed 400 or 500 rodents off. We cleaned 300 colonies. I scraped all the shavings out. And I don't wear a respirator, so I'm just shaving, cleaning all the shavings out. But it's a nice, very well ventilated spot. But I mean, I've been doing the rodents now for 1.5 years, every single day for 1.5 years. I'm always in the rodent room. I would have found out, or maybe not. Maybe I don't know how allergic reactions come. Maybe, can you be around something and then 1.5 years later you finally get allergic to it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So, but like I said, I was there doing it yesterday. I also did it today. So I like to scrape. I fed off the animals. I scraped them all, and my daughter's back there cleaning them and getting them ready with new bedding. So I've been doing that forever, and I feel fine. Yesterday I did the same thing, felt fine. So I honestly, and then when I had the first episode, months ago, I wasn't even around the rodents those couple days. So just crazy. So, and it's weird how it always happens when I get the pain. So, and it's getting worse and worse, because at first it was just my legs and my feet. Now, almost full body, and then full body on Tuesday. So what's up, Wiz?
Hey, how's it going, Terrence?
What's up, James? Bergman reptile room in the house. So Nick says, my little brother is going back to med school. I can ask him to look into diverticulitis and see what he can find out about it. That'd be awesome. And the thing is when I Googled it, I saw so much, and it's just, it's like anything else. It's like Google cancer. There's 5,000 different cancers and symptoms and this and that. So I just don't want to get dwelled into it. I'm going to just go do my thing, do what the doctor tells me, go back, hope it doesn't pop up again. And if it does, I'm ready for it. Thank God. Because that was the scary thing. Never did I think that I would not be breathing and losing. And that's very, very, very scary.
Diverticulitis feels like an appendix. It feels like an appendix burst, but on the wrong side. That's the way it feels.
I don't know how that feeling is, because I haven't had that. Because mine are unremarkable. Remember?
Yes.
Everything's unremarkable, baby. I'm unremarkable, except I got fucking diverticulitis and a few gallstones. Oh, and an enlarged prostate. Woo! But yeah, so Luke, still, I've been sick for almost 2 weeks. I can't break the damn still. Holy
jeez. Get thyself to a doctor.
Well, no, he's trying to be cool like you. Well, fucking Craig's sick. I can be sick too. Let me see.
Yeah, right.
Let me see if I can be sick forever like Craig.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking.
Oh, here we go. Good evening. Hope everything is awesome. This is the dad watching from Halifax. Yeah, your son came in Saturday or Sunday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. GC. And he said that you were down there visiting family. Awesome. Enjoy the time. Have a safe trip back. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Richie, it's recessives. EAD, buddy. How you doing, Chad? Oh, look at this. BBM in the house. That's what he said. Yes, now he says, "Oh, I got the house for a week, man. Woohoo! Bender starts tonight." Don't tell him that I was the one who ratted him out. Shout out to Patrick. What's up, everyone? From Enigmatic Reptiles. TRM in the house. Salute.
What's up, Nate?
Oh, Pythonosaur. What's up, man? I'll reach out this week. Awesome. Hope you had a great weekend. What? Cooking 2 meals at the moment. What, one's not good enough? 2 meals? Damn. That's called diversifying. Let's see what else is going on. I'm finally catching up. Jessica from Denmark. Oh, no, not Jessica from Denmark. Jessica, Denmark. Denmark's Den.
Didn't you just have an auction end? I just saw an auction that I think was yours.
Maybe.
Pretty awesome snake was a NR Mandarin hypo.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool. If it's what I'm thinking.
Oh, there we go. Best thing I ever did, start breeding ASFs for my snakes, massy morphs. So I'm trying, but it's so hard to find ASF rats out where I'm at. Got a rat colony, just want the ASF rats because they are healthy for the ball pythons. A lot of people do both. I've done both. I'm going to every, say, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, every, month and a half, 2 months. I'm going to order a bunch of, weaned or small rats, especially for my adult females, just to get some extra fat content, especially while I'm breeding them. So if I do that even 3 or 4 times a year, just to give some extra fat content and change it up a little. But I prefer the ASFs myself, depending where you are, because I know some places they're not allowed, so you have to find a different type of rodent. But find out. I'm sure somebody in your area, if they're allowed to have them and raise them, you can find out and buy and breed them yourself. So, Nick says, working in a rattery, I've seen the difference in quality. The hard work we do every day really does make the difference. It really is crazy. I've seen it too. And like I said, I'm not trying to knock out the rat breeders or not give them, oh, you guys suck. You guys are shitty breeders. No, they're not. And they do it on such a high-end scale that, they can't give as much attention as we can in our own little facilities or our own little breeding section for the rodents, and plus we're on top of it in our home or very close by our home, in the garage, the basement, little outbuilding. You got neighbors. We've got to make sure that the air quality is better and just give it that. And, we got to be on top of it because, we get the natural effects from feeding our animals and stuff like that. And when you're a bigger operation, they're packaging them, they're delivering them, they're I can go and get 40, 50 rats and on 50 feet away, feed them off. When you're getting 40, 50 rats to put in the tub, they're in there usually, a few hours. They pick your order, then they hop in a car and they deliver it. They're not really local, so they're 2-3 hours in the bin. Big difference, right? Big difference. So yes, Virgil, I know. But what's good about it is I'm glad that I've been, on Unicity. I've lost a lot of weight. I've been making better choices, even though I'm still eating shitty food, but got off the monsters. I've got off a lot of the other crap. Even now when I have a coffee, I'm not having sugar in it. So I am changing slightly, but I might have to speed it up a little bit more. But wow. Man, Billy, glad you're okay. Look up your problem and the things do to avoid on the internet. You have to inform yourself. Doctors forget that we don't know what they do, and doctors forget we don't know what they do and can't seem to communicate. I looked briefly, but I don't want to get really in because then it, especially right now, especially when it just happened. Oh my God, I'm going to be paranoid because when you can't breathe and you feel like I was hopeless, like I didn't feel, oh my God, I'm going to die. It was almost there, but when I'm panicking and when you're lost and don't know what to do, and you know it's not good. Like if I didn't get in that car when I did and drive and even pull off, I could be dead, you know, or they'd have to revive me because my car went, you know, I don't know. I can't even, I don't even want to think. And then the next 2 days, like I looked and it's like, okay, I try to have soup. I try to stay, no, don't eat red meat, you know. It's scary, especially when the trauma just happened. You don't want to, because then it's like, I'm not eating, I'm not doing this. I'm not leaving the house. I'm not getting out. I'm not wearing clothes. You know, I don't want to be that crazy. So I will look up in it a bit more, but I am listening to what the doctors recommend. And I am going to go back for a follow-up and then get some more testing done because they don't even understand why I'm going into anaphylactic shock every time I have this thing pop out. So crazy. So, oh, look at this. I got a couple of close friends who had it, and one has had partial intestine removal. Yeah, so like, you know, who knows what is going to happen, but it does say they did, even in the paperwork, it says mild. So who knows? But I'm definitely got to do what I got to do because I don't want to go through the pain that I've been going through, or especially the episodes that I've been dealing with. Like, you know, crazy. Scott says, breeding your own rats is awesome. You know exactly what you're feeding your snakes. It is lots of work, but so worth it. I definitely agree.
It's one of those things that, you know, we need to make sure we're talking about more because new breeders get in and they see how easy it is to care for snakes, and they don't factor in how difficult it is to raise the food. And it's not a reason not to do it. It's a reason to prepare for it. And, you know, you got to be able to plan for it. Like when I got in, I thought, well, frozen thawed is a thing, so I'm just going to use frozen thawed. And then I realized I was feeding ball pythons and they don't always eat. And so, and they definitely don't always eat frozen thawed. So it was a
quick learn, right?
A quick learn, but I was in a little over my head by the time I figured this out, you know.
most times when you figure shit out, you're usually over your head. Right. But it's making that decision going, well, shit, this is where I am. I better make a change and you know, yep. But it's so true, you know. And you know, there's nothing wrong with starting or even feeding your collection frozen thawed. But then when you start growing and you do this, you realize like, oh, you know what? This is sustainable. It really isn't.
Yep.
You know. So Patrick's in the house. What's up?
How's it going, Patrick?
And I like what Mystery Morph says. Don't go down the Google rabbit hole and start diagnosing yourself, and you'll come up with all the work. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't want to do. That's why, I mean, I'm just trying to still diverticulitis. I'm just still trying to get the name out there, even though, you know, it happened 5 days ago. Oh, no, actually 6 days ago. You know, I don't want to go like, you know, read up and say, oh, I can't do this. Oh, and just be paranoid as fuck, even though I am paranoid as fuck. But those first 2 days, I was afraid to eat. Like, oh my God, if I eat, is it something that I'm eating? Is it caused when I eat? Because that's where it's going through my body. I mean, it was crazy. So team and large prostate. Woohoo. Fucking luckies. Jesus Christ. You mentioned enlarged prostate and suddenly Chad shows up. Amazing. Oh, I love all
True
you
story.
guys. Yeah, I love all you guys. You guys are just fucked like me. We're all a bunch of sickos and I love them. Love us all. So, and no, Jessica says, not me.
That was her husband. Yeah.
The hubby. There you go. Hey, Joe. Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, and like I said, I'm very glad it didn't happen in Europe. I'm very glad it happened when it did. It wasn't like 11 o'clock at night because, you know, and I'm just glad. I'm like, you know what? I go to get to the car. I went to the car, started driving, and then on the way, I'm like, and I just pulled off to go to this place that isn't a hospital, but they took me in. And if I didn't make those quick decisions, I don't know. But like when I say it scared the shit out of me, it did, because I had no, oh, do this, do that. Like, oh, I've never been in that position before where I can't do something we all do 24 hours a day, breathe. And just crazy, but it's over and done with. Angel. Welcome.
How's it going, Angel?
Thanks for popping in. Let's see. So we're almost caught up, which is good. So just had a look and caught 2 locks I'm excited about. OD Fire Clown Head Hypo to Lesser Pastel Mahogany Vanilla Heck Clown Pos Head Hypo. Sweet. Nick says we had our Batman Het TSK to our SK Het Clown for the first time. There you go. SK Batmans. Even still, even SK Spot Nose Clown, SK Leopard Clown. Still a very good fucking outcome.
A lot of great combos there.
Even if you miss, yeah. Let's see. Here, Rodent Restaurant. You start out with a rack of rats. Next thing you know, you're buying pallets of food for them.
It's true.
True story. True story. Hashtag true story. Yeah. And 20 skids of bedding. Oh, my God. Holy, hyped up. What the hell? What's going on, Tyler? So focus on eating more fiber. Apples, almonds, pumpkin seed, berries, beans. So I do have beans. I have beans at least once or twice a week with my breakfast. I love having bacon, eggs, beans, toast, hash browns. So I do have beans. He's probably, other beans, but they're brown beans. I don't know if that counts, But I don't really do seeds, or I don't do fruits. But I am doing with Unicity. I do have a really high fiber drink that I have once a day also. I might maybe try doing it twice, to get even more fiber. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go and see where I'm at with the results and see what I shouldn't do and what I should stay away from, and see where I'm at.
Hey, Nikki.
Nikki, what's up?
One of my favorite people. She and Kurt are going to come visit me in February.
No way, really?
Yep.
Nikki and Kurt, when's this? Before Christmas?
After Christmas in February, and then we're going to go to the Southeast Reptile Expo together in Atlanta.
Cool. Well, they better fucking get their ass up here and see me. You know what time it is, Nikki. Yeah, come on up.
Me first, though. Me first.
Let's see. So, need 25 grams of fiber a day, not a week. So I don't even know what type of fiber content I have daily. I should look. Billy, the contest with Husbandry Pro sounds pretty awesome. Can you tell us more about it? To tell you the truth, I just posted today. I talked to, and that's how I've been. I've been so far behind. I've been sort of off my phone. I've been trying to get caught up with stuff around here because Sunday night it was a write-off. Monday was okay. Tuesday was a whole write-off. Well, during the day until I had my attack. And then Wednesday, I didn't really do much. I was just sort of, went to the pharmacy, got that, tried to figure out what's going on. So I haven't really been online, but I talked to Robert earlier in the week, and he's like, hey, Zach is going to give you send or check the message that he sent you. And I just started sharing it today. I should have shared it on Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm just sharing it now. I haven't really looked to see what it's even about. I've been so far off of social media. I started today posting because of this. I posted some pics up on the weekend. I've been, we ultrasounded on Saturday morning. I paired Friday night and Saturday, got a lot of stuff caught up on social media, not on social media, on Husbandry Pro. So I'd have to look at it myself. So I can't really talk much about it. But I should have put that down below as well. But in the comment, not the comments, but in the description below, you'll have all of Craig BashCoder's info, his YouTube. I also have the UNICITY on there, the Patreon, Husbandry Pro YouTube channel, and also Go for COCO. Might as well put this up. I haven't done any brands today. I want to actually have it where the brands are always there, but I'll put up Go for COCO. I might as well do this. I'll do boom. We'll do this.
I can give you the cliff notes on the giveaway.
There you go. Please do.
The prize is $1,000 that can be spent with certain breeders. So it's a snake purchase credit. Okay. And the way you enter is you buy shed tests through Husbandry Pro. Okay. And you can boost your chances by commenting and liking and all this. But check out the post on husbandry.pro, the Instagram account. And it'll get you credit with Mutation, Creation, Kittinger, Amos, Bob's Balls, and BC's Balls.
Yep.
So you want to read all the dates and all the fine print on that, but that's basically what it is.
Cool. Another thing that we have with Go for COCO now, if you're in Canada, you can go buy it on Amazon and it gets shipped. So we are working on it in the US, but in Canada right now, if you are in Canada, you can go to Amazon, the link's below, and click on it and order the small block or the big block or a combination, and have it delivered right to your door. So shout out to Go for COCO. Let's see. 319 says hello. Oh, look at this.
Yep.
Look at all you guys coming. Here I am. I no idea. I just shared it today. Haven't even taken a look. But it's weird how you're always on your phone and then something fucking just wow. And then the last thing you want to do is be on your phone. It's quite weird. But I'm actually taking a lot of breaks from my phone. Like even when I walk Cleo, I don't bring my phone. It's just 15, 20 minutes that I'm not. And it's been great separating from the phone instead of being a slave to it,
For sure.
So it's helped me a little. Not yet. I know we're close. There are some people testing, but they're not guaranteeing anything. Or I'm not sure exactly where they're at, but I have not tested any of mine, even though I have hundreds of sheds at the location. A lot of them are being used for finding the test. But I'm not, I don't know how great the test is on it. And I know here in Canada, we're not testing it all because I don't think they're 100% on it. So I'm not really sure. But I wish we did have the monsoon test because I definitely need it. I definitely need it.
I talked to both testers recently, and they say basically that it's a difficult one and there are issues and probably issues related to, moray versus monsoon and getting tests from the UK and getting tests from here. And it's just a very complicated one. And they feel like they're getting close, but nobody is confident to say that they have one.
Yeah, that's a good, accurate statement. So, it sucks, but I mean, I got a lot of stuff that I'm still breeding this year and hope they prove out, do it the old fashioned, old school way. So, but, there's a lot of stuff, even when I miss, I'm still confident that it is. So still holding it back. So I got a bunch of possible proven breeders.
Yeah.
But I see it. I can tell.
proven
know?
that they're breeders, just need to be proven that they're monsoon.
Yeah, that they'll, but also like, I'd have better chances, but a lot of my stuff has a lot of my stuff has like yellow belly as well as, Mojave. And I don't want to make just to prove out Mojave monsoons, super Mojave monsoons, crystal monsoons, ivory monsoons. So I'd rather just hold it back and breed something else and see the different babies and pull the ones that I'm pretty sure that the markers that I'm seeing, I'm pulling aside.
Here's a tip when you're buying on Morph Market and someone says proven breeder, just make sure that you're not assuming that the genes are proven, because it happened to me once where I bought a proven breeder female and he said the genes, and then later he came back and said, actually, the clutch just hatched and it didn't have leopard or whatever it was in it. And I'm like, well, you said it was proven. I thought the genes were proven too, but it doesn't mean that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things too that can come out of, and a lot of people, when they say proven breeder, I'd like to see eggs and viable eggs. Just because it's breeding size doesn't mean it's a proven breeder.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of people proven breeder, and it's like, okay, you get it. And it's like, okay, what was it never laid. Well, you said proven breeder. Oh, it's breeding size. Breeding size female and a proven breeder female are two different things.
Yeah.
But like Craig said, a proven breeder female isn't necessarily guaranteeing that the genes are proven, or, you're getting what they're, so yeah, it's crazy. But what else is going on? Let's put up Husbandry Pro. Kabang, kabang. What else is going on in the world?
We had our first ball python people start to sell on Palm Street, and I haven't reached out to anybody yet to find out, but I want to reach out to Adam.
Royals.
Yeah, Adam did some, and a couple other people did some last week. So
cool.
Looking forward to hearing back how they did.
Very cool. What did I just do? There we go. Chad says, just dropped off 4 snakes sold.
Sweet.
Cool. What are you saying?
Speaking of breeders, I paired that freeway pied het clown I got from you.
Cool.
To a female clown het pied, and just laid eggs yesterday.
So what was the pairing again?
It was
freeway pied het clown
to a pastel clown het pied.
Oh wow, there you go. 1 and 4.
Yep. So we'll see what we get.
Yeah,
got 5 eggs. Got 5 good eggs.
Cool. I've been pairing a lot of new animals. A lot of animals, especially a lot of my males, are now of size. So I'm really excited to see the new, the new stuff finally being able to breed. There's a lot of stuff that I'm chasing to try to hit the odds. And I think it's going to be a really good year, And I still have a lot of stuff that I'm just waiting to start, when we ultrasound again in a month for the ones that aren't building. In 2 weeks, we ultrasound the ones that are building to see if they have eggs or how their follicular growth is. And in a month, like I said, we just did it Saturday. We get to check a bunch more. I keep feeding and everything else, but there's a lot of stuff, and it's still early. It's not even 2025. We're still, just almost cracking the last month of the year. And there's a lot of animals like, oh, come on, I can't wait till you start building follicles. Oh, so it's an exciting time. Royal Temptations. Hey, guys, good evening and happy Thanksgiving to the U.S. peeps. That's right.
Thank you.
Tags in the house. Ooh, look at this. Just ultrasounded yesterday. Yellow belly scrambler, lavender het pied times OD lavender het pied at 30 mil.
Nice.
Yeah. Ultrasound. I mean, ovulation coming soon.
So get some yellow belly scrambler pied het lavs.
And OD, too. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
That's awesome. Everything will be lav. And 1 and 4 will be lav pied dreamsicle, which is awesome. Sweet. What's up, Charlie? Reagan Renee Royal Pythons in the house.
How's it going, Charlie? Killing it in 15 minutes of lame. They're killing it. Their reels are great.
Yeah, you know what? I might have seen one. I've had a lot of people. I've been, finally getting on and checking my phones. I've been trying to just get caught up and, deal with a bunch of other things going on and just getting all that. I've had a lot of people reach out and say, "Hey, can you do a reel for me?" and stuff. I probably will. I just got to get into the mood, and I just got to, the last thing I'm doing is getting out of the hospital and start doing reels when I'm fucking paranoid just of what I'm eating or if I want to eat. And so there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and I haven't even seen who's even in all the people that are in it. So this is one of those.
It's no fair because Charlie's got his cute daughter in there, and it's just too adorable, and it's no fair.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've seen the one I did see before was, my Harbins. They're out there doing the exercise, and
they're doing great. They did a new one today.
Oh, I haven't seen. So that's the thing. I'm gonna, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday on. I'm gonna, for the rest of the week, I'll start looking, seeing what's going on, getting caught up back into reality. And, it's, I miss social media, but I don't, and it's one of those things where I'm just trying to see where I want to be in it. I do have my, my batteries all charged for the, video, so that I can start doing some content for, YouTube. And it's starting. I'm actually trying to do it where I can start posting at least once or twice a day on Instagram. It's coming. Great. So I keep, moving forward and getting kicked back a little. But,
almost dying. That's kicked back a little. That qualifies.
But, no, I definitely just want to, get in, see, and support. Because I know that last year, like, shit, I every time I woke up, it's like, oh my God, where's the next video? Who, 50 minutes of lame contestants. Who's posting? It was great. So, I missed that because I'm not in that mode yet. So, 219, what genes you think don't go well with puzzle? Pied, clown. Let's see, pied, clown. Was it? No, it wasn't. Not sure. I mean, I'm not really into the puzzle. So, but I love, of course, Ultramel puzzle, DG puzzle are awesome. OD, Mojave. But I'm not really on the puzzle radar to actually go and see a lot of the stuff. But a lot of the puzzle stuff that I am seeing now is really next level. So, but I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm not following the puzzle stuff. I'm not really into it to see what's what. But when I do see a nice animal, what's that? Oh, that's this puzzle. Fucking awesome. I appreciate a nice animal, regardless of the genes in it. But I don't really follow it. Do you know what genes don't really work well? I would say like clown would probably be number one. Clown puzzle.
Just because we've seen it recently and it's meh.
Yeah.
So I would say get on that Instagram puzzle group because they're gonna know they got their finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
And anytime you're really into a morph, try to see if there's an Instagram group for it because it's pretty awesome. Like you and I are in the Scrambler group. That's pretty great.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw that in Instagram. You posted that up when I was on looking. So I went on today to do the reels. And I'm like, wow, look at that. Super OD super leopard DG pied. It's awesome. Love
That's
it.
great.
Amazing animal. Amazing animal. It's so exciting. That's awesome. Congrats.
And getting black pastel in that is going to be awesome.
And Enchi black pastel. So that's going to be either Enchi. So you're going to make a leopard OD Enchi or leopard OD black pastel minimum. That is going to be DG pied. 50% of that clown. You know, your shittiest animal is an OD leopard Enchi or an OD leopard DG. I mean, black pastel DG pied. Possible heck clown. It's crazy. Very good stuff. Love it. Love seeing it. Fucking Andrew.
He knows you and your favorites. He knows your tastes.
God. So, well, one thing that I'm glad and I'm clear of, you know, where all you other fuckers in the US, you know, someone like Andrew or you know, there's a few out there. They're like, oh, you know what? I got these fucking animals and these hellfires and these pastels or whatever. I'm gonna just ship a whole bunch to this guy. Well, you can't do it to me, so I'm safe because of the process of being across the border. So I know I'm not just going to get a package that I'm going to open up and it's like, oh, you guys just sent me all this fucking hellfire shit. Oh, you guys are assholes. It's not going to happen to me. So I'm safe.
It is
You
the
could have
sort
a
of,
package,
it's the risk of being Andrew's friend is that one day you might wake up with a package that is full of
I know I'm not going to have it because
hellfires.
You know, the process of him getting it here, it'd be so much of a headache and the price. It's like it's not worth it. But everyone else, he can just next day it to you guys. So I'm safe. You know, I'm surprised.
Just don't
Berman
ever let
got
Andrew
a couple
know
deliveries already.
Yeah, don't let Andrew know what your local
hub is.
FedEx is. Yeah,
that's so true. Look at that. There you go. Smart son. Listen to him more. Andrew shares his love in creative ways. Yeah.
That's the way to put it.
Awesome.
Got to finally meet Andrew in person a couple weeks ago at Canova. That was great.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was fun.
Awesome. And you were his plus one.
That's right. He made a trip from Pacific Northwest out there to Georgia. It was great.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a
good
great
investment.
Time. That's awesome. Just got to get my paperwork in. I can get my ass down there to see you guys too at Justin's. So,
yeah, man.
You know, but yeah. Besides that, you got anything majorly planned for the this week? Even though it's Thanksgiving, like you have anything planned, or is it just a regular week like always, except Thursday? Thursday's Thanksgiving, right?
In my real job, this is a crazy time, and going into the holidays is always crazy because we do work with retailers, right? And so this is go time for retailers. So this is a crazy time for me, but so it's nice to get on a podcast and just sort of chill a little bit. But yep, Sophia's just put in the chat. She's surviving her feast prep. We've got a big feast coming on Wednesday or Thursday. So that's fun.
Yeah. And actually, yesterday when I was in the snake room, pairing and doing a few things before the Q&A for Patreon, I popped on Nikki's Show Me Your Rack.
Yeah. Isn't that a cool show?
Yeah, it was pretty good. So saw some stuff. I tried to, when I could, I had the speaker on in the background while I was working away, and I commented a few times, and it was good. So it's awesome seeing people starting to, step up their game and do things and, put the work in. It's awesome.
Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And they had Ink Lady Morphs on this last week, Cat and Row, and it's Nikki and Lace host it.
Yep, and it was funny
really good
because they were like, let's do the touch,
Yeah, see, I don't know. Can we,
Yeah, it was like,
I
yeah.
don't like
So it's
that.
weird because you're over here, but you're over here. So I got to reverse it. And so it's like, it's not only me fucking up, it's everyone else. And I love seeing that. I love seeing other people do what we try to do and fuck up like we do because it's easy to fuck up.
It's a fun
So,
show idea. And,
yeah.
just to focus on showing animals and talking about morphs and stuff like that. It's pretty great.
Yeah, and you know what it is? It's connecting with other people and other people watching and learning and just different stuff. And it's just great. Well, great way to network.
Yep.
So
And there aren't a lot of shows that focus on that, on showing animals. So it was really cool. It's definitely fits a niche.
Awesome. And so big shout out to Show Me Your Rack.
Oh, wait, I just got it. That could mean something else.
Oh my God, Craig. Jesus.
Just messing with you.
Oh my God. No. So, where are we here? So, I can only imagine Super Leopard really does look amazing. I was fortunate enough to have 2 hatch out last season. Not quite that amazing, but still, yeah.
You don't see them very much.
No, because I mean, it's something where it's still one of those ones where, in a lot of genes, I always put pos Super Leopard because I don't really know.
Yeah.
But, it is definitely something that when you see a lot of combos, you can sort of tell, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be Super Leopard. But when they're stacked like crazy, it's just like, fuck, there's so many genes that we, that we should be able to tell that are in there that we can't.
Yep.
What's Andrew saying? Had to mute it for a minute. My mom was over visiting, and the whole show me your rack and touching tips was a little awkward.
Right.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of Nikki's shows. They're great. We did a similar thing when we streamed on TikTok. Cool.
Yep.
That's cool. But yeah, no, it's good to see, people investing in and not only that, you realize, like, I mean, you've even said it. Just you doing this and getting in, your channel and the reptile network. Oh no, it's not network. Workshop. Fucking I see it's going to be a network. But
it's okay.
The workshop. Shit, it could be called worse, right? So here you go.
Yes.
The reptile workshop. You see how much effort it goes in, and not only that, like investing in the equipment, learning how to do things right.
Yeah.
Promoting it and doing stuff like, one thing I'm seeing about with Nikki a lot, and she's even been doing stuff with the Husbandry Pro and little things. You always see, you can always see it's like her signature, how she does this, how she promotes it. That doesn't just happen. You got to create it and make it. And yeah, is this right? No, let me make last minute thing. And then you got to that takes time and effort, and it's not easy. And then on top of it, you got to, schedule, get your guests, do all this, and then go live and do this. And it's not easy. So, anybody that tries to do it and puts the work and effort in, I know where you're coming from because it ain't easy. And I'm glad that you're trying. And even if it doesn't work out, at least you know what it takes. And you can give other people, the credit. Like, people think, oh, you just put a fucking camera on and turn it on and you have a show. It ain't that fucking easy. And that's another thing too with rat breeders. Now that I'm a rat breeder, oh no, they just fucking breed rats. It's probably fucking easy. They just come and I just pay them. Nah, man, I have a whole respect for people that breed rodents, and it's not as easy as you think. So, same thing with people coming out and doing their own show and putting effort in, and it's like a production. It's not just you do one thing and it's over. You got to really hustle, grind, do this, learn that, invest in this, and you'll get better and better, and you'll grow as the more you put in.
Yep.
So
I'm probably not going to ever do a network really, because we've got 4 good ones right now. We've got 4 networks out there currently that manage 5 actually that manage multiple. You've got the Morelia Podcast Network, which manages a whole bunch of podcasts like Carpet and Coffee and stuff like that for carpets. We've got the Fat Man Network. We've got Trap Talk. We've got the Whiz Key Bomb Network, which is Whiz and Keys and Bomb Projects. And we've got, last but not least, Herp Collectors. And so those are all folks that are managing multiple podcasts and multiple shows, and God bless them and more power to them. But
yeah, it ain't easy. And those of you trying or have tried or in the process of doing this yourself, you realize how much work goes in. So, hats off to people. And that's one thing with, Chris Eaton. The content and the shit at the level he's been doing for as long as I can remember. I mean, to me, he's the king of it.
Yeah. My king is freaking Mike at Herp Collectors, man. I have listened to more hours of his podcast than any other podcast ever. Just really helped me learn but it is tough. It's tough to do. It's tough to get people that are going to be consistent and put in the work and do the
and keep taking it up. Keep taking it up a notch and just always do better and set their own bars higher and whether it's like right away or it takes but you should always try to up the game, better equipment down the road. Like you don't have to start off with the best. You want to get in and learn and do this.
That's
and,
right.
Slowly add little pieces and stuff and, grow into it. And I think it's awesome seeing people, either go out their comfort zone or learn something new and take off and soar. It's awesome.
And this is exactly what Terrence has been doing at Keys Constrictors. He's been upping his game every month. You see him doing more things. Another podcast idea. He's doing daily shows now for his Patreon, not for Patreon, for people who subscribe to the YouTube channel. And it's a lot of work. And what a great time to be
grinding. Jeez, Mike, slow down. Fucking, stop making all of us others look so fucking bad, bro.
Well, it's a great time to be getting in this hobby. There's so much good information out there. You got we got lots of other independent folks that aren't in a network like Texoma, Holly, and Tyler's Toxic Balls. They have a great show, and the Morph Forge fam. There's lots of great content out there right now, and it's a great time to be getting in the hobby because we have an embarrassment of riches in the amount of content that's available.
Cristo, Gecko Diva.
Hey, speaking of 15 minutes of lane.
Yep. There's some fellow Canadian. I'm going to, I have to, I'm going to give an endorsement for them as well because they're Canadian and, I love and support my Canadians.
Yep.
So I just have to get on the ball and get rolling. I'll probably do that sometime middle of this week. But there's so much stuff that I'm missing. And that's one thing that I hate is, there's so much stuff I need to do, but there's also so much stuff that I'm missing out on. And, trying to find that balance, it's like, it's tough, especially when you have hiccups or things that pop up in life or stuff where you're, what do I do? Do I do this and I do that? And for me, it's always like, my business, the animals always comes first. So, it's tough when, you lose a couple days. And even still, when I got back from Europe, the crew did an awesome job, but there was still so much I had to do. And then when you start getting, the momentum's coming, all of a sudden smack in the face, like, fuck. So,
but it's good to keep a balance on social media. It's a fake world, in a lot of ways. You gotta be part of it, but you don't want it to rule your life.
But it's funny because if you miss a day, you could be way behind. Like it's pretty nuts,
true.
Right? Like
it's true.
Like, what the fuck? Where did this all? How long is it? Yesterday? Like what? I missed one day and all this shit happened. It's pretty crazy how you know, the world works right now, and it's pretty nuts, definitely. So
Lekka's in the building. How you doing, buddy? Talk about one of the OG streaming guys.
who's this?
Ledka. So
Howdy.
he's one of the guys that got Wiz and Keys and everybody to do these late night streams, and awesome.
Awesome.
Got Vance in the house, Blue Zombie. Good to see you, buddy.
There we go. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I've got a lot of animals are now building. We found 38 this week that I paired about 23 of them. There's still about 14 or 15 that I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with them yet, but they just hit 11, 12, 13 mil follicles. So now, you know, I have the rest of this week to figure out what I'm going to do with them this weekend. So exciting, because there's a lot of cool stuff happening. A lot of animals are getting the size. A lot of other animals are the size, just not building, that I've, you know, been raising up for years, and now they're ready. So exciting times. Hey, chat. Hey, Billy. I just saw a desert acid spider VPI, and I wanted it so bad, but I heard it's hard to pair and was lethal.
Oh yeah. That's like bad two ways. I wouldn't get into that one.
Desert? Yeah. Desert ghost is fine.
But desert is lethal.
Desert is you can't breed females. And I would stay away from the spider gene. But yeah, desert is you know, you breed a female, she will die. And you will not get eggs. She will die once she gets gravid. They pass away. So just desert. Yeah, stay away. Pet only. And people selling deserts, if you're still working with that gene and breeding the male to make animals, it's a great gene. Like, it's unfortunate because it was the fuck you gene of the, like, I was blown away with it. And some of the combos came out like, wow, I got into it early. I paid like $7K for mine. I made desert pins and desert ODs, and I did well. I made my money back and then some. But then when the females were all dying when they were gravid and stuff, you know, I believe it was Justin. He actually, you know, raised it up for the 5th or 6th year and had it at like 3,000 plus grams. And, you know, I believe he did it on the JKR Ball Journal back in the day when he had a website. He'd have a journal that he did, and he would do updates of this animal of, you know, it's 6 years old or 5 years old. It's over 3,000 grams. Maybe we're breeding it too young. And they did it, and he had like ultrasounds of the animal or like x-rays of the animal, and just it's something that they just don't reproduce. So yeah, desert gene, if people are still breeding the desert males to make awesome animals, they should be sold as pet only. And people should be aware, if you're going to have a female that has the desert gene in her, or sorry, not a visual desert, not a het. Actually, no, it's not even recessive. My bad.
It's a codon.
Yeah. So if you have a visual desert female, a combo of any sorts, if you breed her, she will die. You know, so definitely stay away. What's up, Robinson Exotic Reptiles? I did not. No, I have been really off of social media just because the health issues I've had earlier in the week, and you know, almost death. You know, but
yeah. What is maple? It sounds like a Canadian morph.
It is. It's I believe it's compatible with Ultramel.
I see.
I believe. I'm pretty sure someone did maple to Ultramel, and I'm not 100% though. So yeah, stay away from desert. Definitely. I don't mind champagne, but spider, desert, I stay away from. I do work a little bit with spider, But that's about it. Ugh.
I've got
Here we go.
about 1/3 of my pairings done for the first month of my pairings. I still got some more work to do in Husbandry Pro to get my pairings all figured out. Let's see what Patrick says. I'm grateful for all the reptile content creators. Peace and love. Continue to be great, and you'll always have my support. Thank you, Patrick. Fun to see you on Sophisticated Ignorance on Saturday night. It's a good show.
Awesome. Oh, so it tested negative for Ultramel A and B, the two different lines.
It's different.
Got the sheds tested.
Cool.
It could be. Now, I the person I'm trying to reach out to actually did a maple to an Ultramel and made visuals. So I've been trying to reach out to them since I've been back, and I haven't been able to, so I will ask them when they do reach back to me. So
Interesting.
So what's this? Are people able to pass off caramel as Ultramel? No, it's caramel to me is the nicest of all the caramel or Ultramel or Monarchs. I made caramel clowns in 2016, 17, 18. I've made Ultramel clowns. Nothing comes close. Caramel clowns are the fucking nicest. I love caramel, the richness of the color and some of the combos. I'm unfortunately all the kinking and some of the breeding issues with visual caramel females. But I prefer caramel over all of the Ultramel and Monarch. I prefer caramel. Unfortunately, with the issues, I went to Ultramel. But yeah, you can tell a caramel from an Ultramel a mile away.
But there were a lot of people that worked both.
Yes.
In the same projects. Like you see, like I've got an Ultramel that's possible het for caramel.
Yeah, I have some of that too. Thing is, I just don't breed the caramel. I don't put anything, Yep. So, but Grizzly Bear, take this one away, Craig.
Is there more if you haven't worked with that both you guys plan on working with? I'm planning on working with paint. Do you have any paint, Billy?
I do. I've had paint since 2013, and I've done nothing with it except make a few females. I have a proven breeder male yellow belly paint from 2013.
Back when they considered it a codom.
And he bred 1 or 2 seasons, and he hasn't bred for 8 years. Just sitting here still in my rack with a bunch of other animals that shouldn't be here. I am going to have a big, I don't know if it's going to be sale or, come on in with a couple $100 and take 10 animals. Like there's a lot of stuff that now that I've, there's a lot of stuff that I have here that I don't even know why I have here. Like why do I have animals that I'm feeding and taking up space that I haven't bred in 8 years? Don't know,
right.
And that's the thing is just because you have a large collection and you have an amazing software, like Husbandry Pro to manage everything, doesn't mean it makes all the problems and everything goes smooth. Like it just like, oh shit, look at all these animals now that I can print off an order that I shouldn't fucking have. Like, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm sitting there like, why do I still have these? Like, I had a customer come by today to grab some animals. Got any lav stuff? I'm like, here's a lav, here's a black pastel lav. And I'm talking, 2,000-3,000 gram, 8, 9, 10 egg layers. And it's like, oh, I get rid of these. They look amazing. I'm like, yeah, because look, orange dream, dreamsicle, pastel enchi dreamsicle, yellow belly dreamsicle, pastel yellow belly dreamsicle, lav clown, like enchi lav clown. Like, I don't just need a lavender or a black pastel lav, so I can move that. But while they're still here, I didn't even breed 4 of them or 5 of them last year, but they're still here taking up space and food that I never even bred. So now I'm taking over, like I said, I've taken over my collection. I'm doing things with just me. I'm hyper focused. And now if I'm not breeding it or I don't need it, I'm getting rid of it. And, unfortunately, shipping closes, and even here we can't ship until like the new year. So all this stuff's going on, and it's like, what do I do with these animals? I don't want to keep feeding them. So you know what? For me, I'd rather give them away to people, that I don't need, and maybe they can do something with it. But I want to make the space, and I want to have where I'm really hyper focused, and not just have something because it's here. I'd rather have it somewhere else that they can have it as a pet, or they could utilize it for something. But that's one thing, paint, I should have done something with. I see some awesome people making some crazy stuff, and it's just the beginning. I'm really hyper focused on the Scrambler, or my new gene, which is now Scrambler. The more I look at it, the more I love it. The more I see, I love it. And thank God I've got so much of it that now I'm actually going to start, really focusing and putting it in. Like, I'm making triples and quads with it. I've got a 6 gene Scrambler male, Super OD, Enchi, Fire, Calico, Yellow Belly Scrambler.
That's
Fucking
a killer animal.
cool looking.
Yeah.
And, I'm putting spot nose, black pastel. I've got it into, hypo pied, clown pied, ultra mo. I mean, I've got 2 Scrambler Dreamsicle breeder males. I've got a pastel Enchi Scrambler Dreamsicle breeder male. I've got a pinstripe Scrambler Dreamsicle breeder male. I've got the Orange Dream hypo pied Scrambler male breeder. So I'm putting that into stuff to make cool stuff, but also double heads. So I'm also putting it in, making triples and quads. I'm doing long-term projects with it. But I see the potential, and what's going on now, what we've seen, is blowing my mind. Excuse me. Never mind what we can do. I've got acid and confusion. I've got GHI. All that stuff's going in. I've got spot nose, genetic stripe, all that stuff that I want to see more of in it, that I think will do amazing interactions. And then, of course, getting the recessives into it as well. But Scrambler, man, I love it. The more I look into it, the more I see, the more people are doing with it, the more I want it. The happier I am. I think I love it. If I haven't said that already, Scrambler, baby. Scrambler.
When you think about your collection, can you estimate a percentage that you feel like you're overstocked, that you need to reduce stock? Do you have a percentage you're thinking of? Like, is it 5%? Is it 10%?
Okay, so I've got a few things on the go too. So working those in could have a big effect. So I'm working on
you mean in terms of how many animals you're going to have to keep now that you're working the project in earnest?
Well, no. So I'm not worried about that. I'm never worried about, if I'm creating stuff that I love, that I'm holding back for me. I don't care if I have to buy 5 more racks to house them,
right?
Because it's for me. My problem is I'm making stuff, and this is what I try to say with people with the breeder 1, 2, 3. In some projects, I have to be breeder 1 because I'm pairing like double het to double het. I'm going to miss 90% of the time. But some of that stuff, especially with testing now, we can test and keep. So I don't want to keep making stuff where 3/4 or more is stuff that I don't want, but you have to chase in order to hit, right? So the problem is if you keep doing that too much, and 3/4 of what you make is going in a rack that you want to sell or get rid of, those racks add up really fast. The cost, the time. So I'm trying to that's something that's coming. So I'm going to have to deal with that accordingly. And I am working on different outlets to deal with that. But I have so much like holdbacks. I've probably, in my holdback room alone, I've got over 1,000 holdbacks just in my holdback room, not my breeder room, not my hatchlings.
These are growing up, right? These are juveniles. These
are stuff that are anywhere between, when I take them out of the mini 130, so 200, 250 grams to 1,100 grams.
Okay.
A lot. Now, a lot of it is like, 2, 3, 4 gene, double hets, triple hets. Sometimes I've got like an orange dream, Enchi, yellow belly pied, het ultramel, something like that I want, because when I put that to say an ultramel hypopide, now I'm 1 and 2 to make a combo ultramel pied 100% het hypo. I need that because it's better than the triple hets or the Enchi yellow belly triple hets that I've got in my rack, or so it's a stepping stone to get better odds with more genetics. But there's a lot of stuff that I have in my whole back room that, why do I still have this? Like, I have special clowns. They're nice, but I've got spot nose special clowns, leopard special clowns. I've got freeway special, Enchi special freeway clowns. Why do I have just a special clown? You know what I mean? I should have sold that for $2,000 when they were worth that much now. But then mine's older. It's like 900 to 1,000 grams. It's still a nice animal. I'm not going to cry that I have it. Oh, I got to breed one. I got a female special clown that's breeding size right now. Oh, fuck, man, my life.
Right.
But you know what? Why do I have it? Like, why? It's like I look at I just went and looked. I've got yellow belly dreamsicle, pinstripe dreamsicle females that are 600-700. Well, why do I have these? I've got proven breeders and better ones. Why did I put this in my rack and just throw it up? What was I thinking? So I have a lot of animals that I don't really need, that I could be giving it to someone else to make their collection better, or give them an animal that helps their projects that I don't really need, and turn that and put that into something that I do need, or something better, or have less animals, have Jeff and Ryan and everybody here that helps out, clean less and do more other things instead of putting in more time to get everything caught up. So yep. I'm just trying to see, but I can guarantee you, between now and say February, I am going to try and sell or give away 400 animals.
Okay.
Now, if this other thing that I'm working on comes in, I'm going to crank that up to maybe 800 to 900, because I'm going to have my whole back room for a totally different species. So depending on what's working, but there's at least 400 animals that if they do not sell, I'm going to say, hey, come pick them up. I've got stuff where why do I even have this? Like, I've had stuff that I bought collections or I've used once and I've shelved, and I just feed it and clean it. And I haven't bred it for 5 years. It's still there. But one thing that's good about it is I had some animals in a collection I bought in 2017. Didn't really know what they were. They had Orange Dream and Pastel and Fire. They were het pieds and they're males and all this other stuff. I just left them, fed them. Well, they're all scrambler now. I found 7 more males breeding size from the collection. And you look at them as like, how the fuck did I not know this was scrambler? Like, why did I not go, wow, look at how crazy this pattern is? You know why? Because you have too much other shit that takes your, he puts the blinders on. So now I'm pulling it, and I had a buddy over the other day, and I'm like, hey, what do you think this is? Oh, don't tell me that's another scrambler. How the fuck do you have so many? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even produce this. I bought this as a baby in the collection. This is some of his hatchlings from 2017, and I've just raised them up and never done anything with them because they're males. They weren't powerful enough. Orange Dream, right. Pastel, Yellow Belly, Fire, Scrambler, het pieds. Oh, I'm not breeding a het pied. Why would I do that? Well, now that there's Scrambler in it, he's got 4 females to his name. So, it's crazy. And being a hoarder works in your favor sometimes, like mine, but other times
Twice.
it's like, yeah, twice. Yeah. You know, but sometimes it's like, why am I having all these animals? Like, you know, I still have, you know, the Enchi Asphalt Heck Clown male that I made in 2016 that I bred in 18 and 19 to get my first freeway clowns. I still have that original male here, and he hasn't bred since 2019. He's been here for 5 years doing nothing. Enchi Asphalt Heck Clown proven breeder male sitting here for 5 years for free rent. Why? And I probably got 300 other animals just like that. What the hell am I doing, Billy? You know? So I want to walk in and say, hey, look what I've got. Okay, there's, like you said, 5 or 10% of stuff. I don't know why I got it, but it's still okay. I'm probably sitting there with 30 or 40% of stuff. Is like, why the fuck do I have it? It's not okay. So now that I'm aware of it, I'm going to work on it and get my collection fine-tuned to where I'm at, you know?
And that'll help a lot of people because a lot of those animals will move a lot of people forward.
Yeah, or people getting into a project or something. And I mean, yeah, you know, oh, well, it'd be better if it was an Enchi super asphalt clown. Well, fuck yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, this is what started it all for me to get to where I'm at, you know, and the animal's still good to somebody, you know, but it is what it is. But that's where I'm at, you know. So I've been doing a lot of stuff, even updating, the clutch cards. So anything from like 2020, 2021 and up is all been gone through and bred through the breeding plan of Husbandry Pro. Anything 2020 and prior. So now I've been going through, and anything is like 19, Pastel, Enchi, Orange Dream, Pied, Het Hypo, -F2. Well, now I go back to my Excel sheets, and I go in and I go Control F, and I type in that animal's name, and it pops up, and I see what clutch it is. Oh, now it's 2019-168-4. Cool. So now I got these long, stupid ID names.
Right. That you have to go match up. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I just have the clutch number and the year and what sibling it was. And now I have a reference to where I can go back, where now everything on Husbandry Pro, I just type in 2019 or now 2022-55 and it'll show me 6 animals or 7 animals that I came in that clutch. And I have a reference. So now instead of having these big ass, ID names, now I'm going through that and I'm reprinting off and using the new label designer. I make the fonts bigger and I can arrange stuff in different ways. So now that's actually looking better. So it's like, man, this looks so much better. I only got 800 more to do. I'll do those gradually.
I'm still using the Dynamo label maker section under utilities. I'm not on the new label designer.
So I still use the Dynamo, but it's so easy, dude. Like it's so amazing. And you can customize.
So you use your Dynamo printer with the new.
It's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. You know what? We should do that. I should do something. And that's one of the contents I should start doing for, there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing now for YouTube that I'm going to start rolling out.
If you don't do it, Nikki will.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised she already hasn't, fuck. She's like, God damn it, Billy. I'm already halfway done. Like, I'm sure I know you probably are, Nikki, she'll probably do a better job even when I fucking do it. But hey, it's definitely something that, I was afraid to use them. Like, this works just as good, but no, now you can do this. You can blow it up. You can center it. You can left and right it. You can bold it. You can size it. You can shift it around. It's so awesome. And you save it. And then you save it as like, I save it as MC facility tags, MC sales tags, MC expo tags. And then you just click on which one you want, click it, and it's already done. And you can make changes on the fly. It's so easy, and it's like butter, Great. So I was really excited.
I love butter. That's great.
Yeah, it's butter. like butter. I'm not sure yet. I'm still waiting on a call. But the thing that's pissing me off is, what when was the last shipment I had? October. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Yeah, we'll have another one before the end of the year. Okay, well, I'm waiting on the call. So they're waiting on paperwork to come in, the CITES. But I mean, it's getting quite close. And that's what's pissing me off is I'm expecting to have another, 50 heads go out. And we applied back in October, and I'm still waiting to say, hey, I'm surprised I haven't got it. Like this week or last week, I wish I got a call, but I didn't. That's one thing is I answer my phone, I check my emails. I haven't got anything, and that's what's bothering me. And it's another thing I'm going to probably call tomorrow or the day after, say, hey, like any word? But all I know is it's the same thing. They don't make money if they're not shipping my animals. They're not booking unless they have the paperwork in order to book. There's no sense booking if you don't have the paperwork in, because if the paperwork isn't in and you book, you got, cost like flights that are booked and everything else that you can't ship the animals because the paperwork isn't in, the CITES. So I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that it's, later next week, I get a phone call. It's like, hey, Billy, yeah, we can ship on Tuesday. Perfect. Let me know. But I'm hoping, because if not, I gotta, more animals that I don't want to house for 3-4 more months and feed on my dime. Like, I don't mind it, but I don't want to do it. Like, I'm trying to downsize, and, ask Andrew. Andrew, I mean, there's a few times where it's like, yeah, I haven't been able to do it, and they get it, and their fucking animals are breeding size. It's like, man. So it's very stressful. That's another thing that I'm going to look into is shipping next year, seeing if I can get more hands-on and do my own exports so that I know I'm waiting, and I'll go that extra mile. And, I'm doing it for myself. The people I use, they do it for many, many people, and it's a big business, and they're slaves to the amount of work, and they work hard and they're great at what they do, but they're doing it for many, many, many people. And like, I see some of the shipments, it's like, wow, like, look at, just cleared customs. Look at this shipment. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, my God, how many trucks did you deliver that in? Like, so many people are buying and shipping across the Canadian and US borders. I get it. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of time, and it's not easy. And so many people are using it. But if I do it for myself, I'm not worried about all the flow. It's just me and my stuff to you guys, and the stuff from the US for me back. It's definitely something I want to look into. What's up, man? Full tilt. Another Canadian in the house. Billy, look at your DM. I may look.
Speaking of Scrambler, he says, look at your DM.
Yeah, there you go. There's more Scrambler. And one thing that I love about Scrambler, okay, and I'm not going to give it away, but I am. But one thing I love about Scrambler, black pastel, Barnhart black pastel.
That's right.
I think cinnamon's going to do well too. Okay. Cinnamon's really more prevalent up here in Canada than in the US. But black pastel, Barnhart black pastel, cinnamon, fire, vanilla, yellow belly, OD, calico, enchi. You put all those, and the more you have in Scrambler, the better the fucking animal is.
Yeah.
So it's the Scrambler. Not only that, in pied gives more pattern than enchi. So this Scrambler gene gives, everybody wants enchi and pied. Why? Because it gives more pattern. Not like fucking Scrambler. So Scrambler can bring life back to pied to make more pattern, I'm hoping. So I'm hoping when you add like Mojave Scrambler pied, the Scrambler is more, the more.
Yeah, look who's in chat.
Goes great with Barnhart beef. No shit.
It's like an orange. It's like an orange multiplier in Scrambler.
It's crazy. But you know what the thing is we're all trying to chase these high-end new genes that are expensive and wow. And I think they will add some value. But when you get Scrambler and you put it to stuff that's common, that I don't work with vanilla, fire's dead, or yellow belly, calico, enchi, orange dream, that's all old school. Yeah, but make a fucking snake with Scrambler with all those genes in it, nothing can touch it. So, you know, I'm excited with some of the stuff that I see people making. You know, if you look at the post that, and not only his post, but everybody sharing his goddamn post, Chris Hernan's,
yeah.
You see the Super OD, Super Scrambler, Black Pastel, or Bernhardt, Black Pastel Clown? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
Super
my God.
crazy.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy.
Oh, my God. It's nuts. Just next level. And I'm, you know, I mean, I'm lucky to have a lot of it. So right now, as we speak, I have 42 pairings of Scrambler. So I'm putting it into all, like, some of my double recessives is going into Scrambler. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm going for the long run. So,
yeah.
But yeah, there's
just
a lot
like
of
you
stuff.
did with just like you did with Monsoon.
Yeah. So, I mean, Monsoon stuff's going to start rolling out now. All of our double recessive combos are all ready to breed, you know, so, you know, it's going to be a very good year. But I mean, the Scrambler stuff, everything it touches is amazing. And I just can't wait to see what it does. But now seeing it in Clown, I'm like, oh my God, like I've already seen it in Pied. I've got a bunch of adults and it's amazing. Now it's just stacking it. And I can't wait to see, you know, Scrambler combo Clown Pied, you know, so
right.
It's nuts. So I'm super excited. And
it might be just what Clown Pied needs.
Too. Yeah, and it's bringing back Calico hard. But it's great because there's people out there that have, like, you know, like everybody's trying to get rid of it. And I did too. I have, you know how many, so I have pastel, lesser, yellow belly, spot nose, heck clown females I'm trying to sell. I'm like, well, shit, if I just put one of these, you know, combo scramblers to it, wow, you got vanilla, pastel, fire, spot nose, and I'll test for the 50% heck clown. You know, I'll test for the clown, right? Yeah. But now I got all these other genes that I can't give these animals away because, you know, nobody wants fire, vanilla, spot nose clowns anymore. They're 3 years old. Nobody wants them. Yeah, but when they have Scrambler in it and looks fucking incredible, now everybody will want them. So I'm taking stuff that I'm dusting off the shelves or the racks that I can't move these animals, and now I'm revamping them. So I think it's going to be great for a lot of people. Maryland in the house. Yep. Let's see. Calico and Pied is awesome. It definitely is. And throw Scrambler in, it's even more awesome. Oh yeah. Love the high deep OD OD Barnhart Scrambler. He layers in. He layers in.
Chris Herman.
Even more. Yes. Waiting for Mandarin and Bang. Yeah, Bang Scrambler would be cool. Want to see Monsoon Scrambler. I want to see Scrambler and everything. So I am going to put this up. We'll go for a little longer, especially if there's any more comments or questions. But I'm glad you're feeling well, man. And I'm glad I'm feeling well compared to what I went through in the beginning of last week. But yeah, no, it's awesome. And you know, look forward to coming on with you and chatting. At least this time in 2 weeks, you're healthy. Not, you know, mic check to blow your nose.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
I'm working hard at staying healthy.
Yeah, I've already going. So I've got a. I'm pretty sure it'll look good. I'm happy, but I've got a pastel Enchi Scrambler Dreamsicle male going to a lightning pied. So MJ. So everything will be pied. Double het MJ Xanthic lavender. And then I hope to hit Scrambler in a lot of it, especially in females, because I've already got an MJ Xanthic lavender piebald breeder male. I've already got the triple visual male. So now if I can get that in and get combo like Enchi Scrambler and pastel and, you know, other things in the mix down the road, holy moly. So I'm really excited for it. Lace would be cool. I've already got it going into DG and enhancer. So I've got it in ultra mel. Here's something funny too, Craig.
What's that? Don't tell me I have another scrambler that you sold me.
I think you do. You fucking asshole. You just might. You picked up an Enchi OD pied head ultramel from me.
I did.
Is it head hypo or head ultramel? Head ultramel. OD Enchi pied head.
No, it was head MJ.
No.
Is this the breeder male or the breeder female?
No, not the breeder. There's a female in my whole back rack. I'm pretty sure because there was the two of them. I kept the OD Enchi Creed, but I call it Fire.
That's
now.
right. That's right.
So I kept the brighter one, and then you should have, because I kept the one with the Creed.
Oh, I have one with Creed.
Okay, then you have Enchi Creed.
Yeah.
Then I have the OD Enchi Creed pied head ultramel. Take a look at her, because the funny thing is those Creeds that I have, I actually raised and I made them in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I used the male that I got from the collection where I got all the scrambler from. And that male is the scrambler. I don't have him anymore, but I looked at the picture and I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm looking and I'm like, no wonder these things look fucking crazy. Because even when we hatched them, I kept them. They're Enchi Fire het pieds. And even, everyone's like, Austin was like, why the fuck is it Enchi? Look at these things. They look fucking crazy looking. So I have them and they're breeding. I've bred them for 2 years. So now I went back and I looked and I'm like, holy shit, like, look at these things. So you could actually have one. I'd have to see it. But I know I have a couple animals that have it.
So I have OD Creed pied, het lav, possible Enchi.
I thought this was ultramel.
OD Creed pied, het lav, possible Enchi.
It could, because I'd have to look. You'd have to send me a pic.
Okay.
But I know I just found some.
Born in 2022, I think. I might have plugged that in.
Yeah, but the thing is, it could be. It was a 2022, but I used the 2018 animals that are scrambler, not,
Right.
So
cool. We'll have a look.
Yeah. So watch one of these crazy hold on. Where is it? Let me go to my photos. So, and it's funny because, no, where is it? Like, look at this. So this is one of the Creed animals that I had in my rack growing up.
Right.
Can you say scrambler what?
Yeah.
And
especially
I just had it as a pastel Enchi Fire yellow belly.
Mm-hmm.
Het pied, head ultra, a visual pied, head ultra. But look at this thing.
Yeah.
And it came from those females. And another one came because I put an ultramel into it. So it's crazy. Creative Genetics, what's up? And let's see. You know it. Yep. I'm trying to put it everywhere. But anyways, everybody, we are going to be out. Craig's got to get his well-needed rest, even though he's healthy again. I got some shit to do. But yeah, everyone have an awesome week. I am going to post probably, if I can tonight, if not first thing in the morning, I'm going to post the rat chat, this open Zoom call for Patreon. And thanks, Fred. Freddie in the house.
Hey, Fred.
But yeah, thanks for fucking spending some time with us. And hopefully getting some knowledge and networking and all that other jazz. And let's do we'll do a minute of it. I got to get a new, that's another thing I got to work on. Got to get this down instead of 15 minutes to 2. And Craig. Good night, everybody.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morph. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose,
and
Craig. Let me tell you a tale from the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, Morph's that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hacks into the giants, got the genetics on lock. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morph. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team
in the US.
Strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the light. Handling the pythons with precision and care. Every stripe, every pattern, got the flair to compare. Networking worldwide with breeders on the scene. Billy Rose setting trends, living out the dream. The committed to the shows, repping hard every day. With the fans and the fam in the game, you stay.
We're crazy. I guess I made it really late. Melinda, yeah. when you're hearing the outro. Yeah. Thanks, working class. Working class hero. Good night, everybody. Thanks so much again. We'll see you next week. And all the Patreon folks, see you. Well, I think we got Wednesday and Friday this week for the top 2 tiers.
Is Wednesday's Rat Chat, and then Friday's the top 2 tiers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I think
awesome.
you're right.
Yes. Hanging with the fam. Good night, everybody. Have an awesome week. Safe and happy Thanksgiving. And we get lots of football earlier this week. Thursday, baby. Awesome. Later, everyone. Good night.